What's up? Happy New Year. You already know what time it is. It's your favorite attorney, Attorney Allie Booker, okay? Order in the court. All right. I bring you to the court of my public opinion. You email me. I tell you what's up. Okay. I tell you what it looks like. Of course, it's not going to be legal advice. Okay. Because I'm not your attorney. I don't represent you. So I can't give you legal advice unless I'm representing you or giving a full-blown consult. However, I'm going to take what you give me. I'm going to take what I got. And I'm going to make some lemonade out of lemons. Okay. So whatever you give me, I'm going to use my professional prowess and attach that to your fact pattern and let you know what time it is. Okay. It is what it is. I'm very direct and I'm straightforward. I'm like that with myself. Don't give a damn what I say. Just don't care. Without further ado, let's get it crack-a-lack. Okay. Can my husband contact my child by texting my wife if there's a no contact protection order? My daughter has a protection order out, but my husband keeps texting her under the guise that is to talk to the child. Hold on one time. Hold on. Can the husband contact the child by texting the wife? If there's a no contact protective, I got it. Okay. So what you're saying, ma'am, is you're the wife. There's a no contact order between you and the husband, but he's contacting you in an effort to speak to the child, and that's what he says, correct? Okay. So what we have to do is look at your protection order. If it's a no contact order, sometimes the no contact orders say without harassing, contact with the intent to harass or annoy. Sometimes it says no contact whatsoever, no matter what. If there's a no contact, no matter what order, he cannot contact you, not even to speak to the child. Because at the end of the day, he cannot contact you to get to third parties. But I will say this, when you have children and you have protective order, sometimes, and you're in Montgomery County, so more than likely they've taken it into account, but they're very strict there. And I'm going to argue that you probably have no contact at all, no matter what. And they probably expect for him to go to the family court or to try to change his no contact order if he needs to change it. Now I'm going to tell you what, ma'am, if this man has a visitation order, your no contact order is not going to stop you from doing visitation. You better find somebody else to meet him at that pickup and drop off location. And if the pickup and drop off location is your home and he's not supposed to be there, you better find a place to meet him at, somebody to call him so he can get his child, because we're not going to play games. If that no contact order does not cover that child, then the court has said that he can have contact with that child. Now, that doesn't mean he can call you and worry the hell out of you to get in contact with that child, but it also doesn't mean you're going to stop him with his visitation. And we're not going to play them games. Okay? So we're going to read. Okay? Because everything that we need to learn, we learned in kindergarten and we can read. So we're going to read that protective order. We're going to see exactly how strict it is, whether or not it cuts off all communication with him and I. And if it doesn't cut off all communication, it only cuts off harassing or annoying or intimidating communication, then he can call for the little daughter, just not to harass or annoy me. Now, if he keeps calling her all the time and we know he's trying to annoy me with it, then he shouldn't be doing that. But I'm going to tell you, I represent men a lot, and I always stress, and when I do represent women, which is hardly ever, I stress the fact that men must have a close and continuing relationship with their child or children. You should not stand in the way. I don't care if you don't like him or not. If his ass calls, ma'am, give the phone to the child. I just hand the phone over. Okay? The kids are old enough. I just hand over the phone. Here you go. It's nothing for me to discuss. But I'm not going to sit up here because I don't talk to somebody and not be a gateway for them to speak to their child. Because then, if they don't want their child, I'm going to have a problem with that. So if he's reaching out, we're not going to stop him from being a father. We're not going to. You and the child are two different people unless the court says you're not. And it does not. Somehow, my gut instinct tells me that protective order does not cover that child. He has the right to speak to that child. He has a right to have his relationship with that child. If there is a court order that says he's supposed to get visitation, he has a right to that visitation. And ma'am, if you're not getting a visitation, he can go get it like that, married or not. I can tell you guys right now, in Texas, people think that you need a divorce. You don't need a divorce. You can be married and he can go take his butt to court, drag you up in there and get his visitation, even while you're married. He could tell the court, hey, we're fighting right now. We're separated. I don't think we're going to get back together right now. But right now, we don't need a divorce. Right now, we're separated. I need a visitation order to pay so I can pay some child support so I can see my child. And if you don't request visitation, you don't request child support, he very well may not. The attorney general may step in and request it, or the judge may what we call sua sponte on her or his own motion, force it. But he can come in and request visitation and visitation only, ma'am. He's married to you. He can come in and request that. He can request visitation and visitation only and can get it. So you need to work with him. Get your mama, get your sister, get somebody to work with him before he goes in court and gets a visitation order. And then you may have some problems there because it may be days that are good for you. Okay? We're not going to play games with the children. Next case. God, I don't care. He might have slapped your ass. But if he ain't slapped them children, we're not doing it. We're not going to play them games. Next case.
Think it's time I made that call. I'm locked up and facing charges. Who gon' fight these cases for me? I called Booker Law Firm. They got the job done. They were right there for me.
For more information, contact the Booker Law Firm at 713-292-2225.